Alright, gentlemen, welcome back. Rouse Automotive. Oh, kind of obvious, ain't it? 2016 Honda Pilot. I don't know if I got one of them on there or not. I might have. I honestly do not remember. It don't matter. Make a quick break video. It doesn't matter. Whoa, whoa. Not gonna cut this here. It's got a heck of a lip. I don't know, camera probably not gonna see that. That's ground into. I'm not gonna cut these. So that's beyond cutting. Obviously, we're gonna take the wheel off. Or I should say I already did. 17 mil on your caliper bolt. We'll get these off. See how nice and free those are. I mean, you know the routine. I know it's just a break video, but we'll make it anyway. We'll make it anyway. If I remember correctly, that's exactly... Yeah, I'm kind of back-facing you. That's exactly how I just broke this thing not too long ago. Screwdriver slash drawbar, you know how that goes. You all know what I mean. Yep, normally I can get in there perfectly fine. What in the thunder is happening here? Oh wow. Well, that may not go that way. Alright, that's fine. We'll do it later. Don't drop it in the floor, preferably. We are going to have to clean the piston faces. Hang that right there. Ooh, these slide pins are locked up. This is going to be a 19 in the back. I've been testing these wrenches here, the icons. Those ratchet wrenches reversing with the boss. So far, so good. Can't say that I've had a problem with it. And of course, in typical fashion, these here got springs on it. They use the pads. Like I said, these here, what am I trying to say? These rotors are too thin to be cutting, so I'm not going to make an attempt to even try to cut those. They're going to be too thin by the time I clean them up real good, so ain't no need in me trying to go through that trouble. Oh yeah, you might have to have a slap screwdriver, impact screwdriver, whatever you want to call that. You might have to have that on this. Okay. Throw that over here for now. Of course, typical places for rust. These here ain't that bad, actually. This. I don't know that I'm going to even get the power tool out. I don't think we have to. This is pretty straightforward here. I'm going to clean my faces up. Remember, these things got an undercut. The hub has an undercut, so part of this is never ever touching the rotor. Actually, that's coming nice and clean. I am doing one side at a time. Never mind that. Felt like doing something a little bit different today. I got my metal workbench here, my roll around. That's what I'm actually working on. And I'm prepped the rotors. I sprayed the backside of the rotors with fluid film. Same as this, give it a good coating of fluid film. Find your hole. And which is right there. take your screw and put it right back in where she goes. And no, these don't have to be tightened like crazy. All that does is hold the rotor in place temporarily. That's all it does. Hardware comes off. Put this off to the side. Same thing, clean your hardware up. Check the pins, make sure the pins are free. Matter of fact, pull them out. Alright? And get the main gunk off of that. And that ain't bad. I'll get some of this off of here. Clean that up real good. I'm gonna put some lube on my pin. I hope you can see that. Any kind of lubrication for synthetic, of course, preferred. Anything for brakes is good. Oh yeah. Holy moly. That is nice and free. And put the hardware on it. Now or later, it'll make no difference. These are coated, by the way. That's why I'm not even going to bother putting lubrication on it. There really ain't no need in it. It's kind of waste of money. Truth to be known, these are coated. They're not going to rust. If they do, something has gone wrong already. So. We'll put our squealer in the back. Our brake pad with the squealer, I should say. We're going to put that in the back, of course. And then regular one in the front. And repeat that same procedure on the other side. I am not going to show both sides. Torque back to spec. I know you kind of on the other side. You just two the bolts back here. Surely you can figure that one out. Click, click. Torque to spec. We'll take our brake pad. This is definitely not a sponsor, but I'm going to tell you what I know about it. I'm using Import Direct brake pads, and I just upgraded a little bit. These are ceramic, of course, but they got a break-in layer, a rotor break-in layer, and the hardware is also coated. It's not just stainless steel. I mean, it is stainless steel, but it's also coated. It's very slick, and then it's got coating on the backside as well for noise reduction. So I found them to be pretty good pads. So here we're going to have to do a little bit of brushing on the faces. Get that cleaned up. Kind of These are really not going in as good as I want them to because for one reason, how far out they were. That is a big part of it. We have to make sure, of course, that the stuff is not messed up. I'm gonna have to take this down. The hook is kind of messing me up a little bit. I'm not resting it fully on that hose here either. I know that sure does look like it, but I got part of the weight. So now, here's a good bit of information. We got to get the rubber to where the rubber pulls back in. I'm gonna leave that laid right there. To see about folding that rubber back in there the way it's supposed to, without, of course, without damaging it. Well, that would be counterproductive, but it could happen. When we tuck it back in, we put that crease back in it like it has when it's put together in the first place. So that's what that'll look like. I don't know if the camera can see it, but these supposed to be folded inward, and that's what I'm going to do now. Easy does it, don't stab it. That's the last thing in the world that you want to do is stab it. That is a for sure way to create a problem. Fluid film that as well. See if I got them enough. No, I do not. We got to go just a hair bit more. The rubber is nicely tucked. Perfect. That's what I like to see. Now we'll get this thing set. If it'll fit now. Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfect. We didn't damage anything. Ladies and gentlemen, come on. You gotta rotate them just right. And I'm not, oh yeah, that is in, finally. Grab a 17. They got a little flat, and it is on that caliper as well. Well, now we got everything that needs to be lubricated. See this right here? It's silver. Actually, if you wash the dirt off of it, you can see the silver. It's actually coated. A lot of them are that way anymore. So that's definitely a plus. Less worry for it to rust like crazy. I guarantee these brakes are going to be nice and quiet, and they're going to work as the manufacturer intended. Well, Fubard, you're a witness. You've seen me do it. I'll give you 3 guesses what I just forgot. You're probably only going to need one. Some of you might have already caught it. They're like, dude, are you going to put the springs on? I sure did. I just did that. I got ahead of myself. Wasn't thinking. But it's not what you forget is what you fix. Certainly ain't gonna leave it like that. I mean, that's an absolute no-go. We don't need that. Yeah, I did forget the little spring clips. These spring clips, they hook into the sides to help push these brake pads apart. That's exactly what they're designed to do. That is what they do. I don't like them things because sometimes it can be a booger to get the brakes back in. Flats should still be turned to the right direction. And if anybody wonders, it'll work fine without it. It'll work perfectly fine without it. These don't have to be on there, but they do put them on there. So we're going to put them on there. Anyway, long and short. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. I did prep the rotors. I wiped them off already with the brake cleaner. You know, I did all that earlier. But in a nutshell, that wheel is fixing to go back on here, and then I'm going to go on the other side. Normally I wouldn't do it that way, but in this case here, kind of had to. Because, well, if you look inside the vehicle, you understand why. I mean, I would not even begin to know where to look. Well, it's in the socket. I can't show you. Well, maybe I can show you. So, they got a friggin' security nut on there, and that right there is just a tool to get them off without having the key. Okay, so these generally lock in so tight that the key, the impact will set it, no problem at all. It won't just come spinning out of there. I mean, it takes some impacting to get it back, to spin back the other way. So that does work. That is an option. Not the preferred option, but I mean, I have to get friggin' suitcase to get all the junk in the car to lay it in, so I can sift through where that thing might be. But anyway, long story short, guys, like, subscribe, leave me some comments, and be civil. You know, I did forget something. I owned up to it. You know, I just could have moved on or edit or whatever it is, but I'm not going to. So we'll see you on the next one. And yes, I absolutely will tell the customer what I did with the tool here. So that's tight. That's probably torque to spec if I was a guessing man. Just a little bonus.